Okay, now let's get into probably our most favorite guy and probably the true inspiration around this. Charles Tillman, aka Peanut Tillman, man. Max, you go ahead and take the lead on this one.
Okay, so you're gonna look at his stats and be like, what is this guy? He's got one Walter Payton Man of the Year. He got one first team All Pro. He got two Pro Bowls. That's it. This is the biggest disservice to a cornerback in the last 20 years I've ever seen in my life. He played on some awesome defenses, but who were the stars of that defense? It was Brian Urlacher,
Lance
it was Lance
Briggs.
Briggs, and then when they got Julius Peppers, it was about Julius Peppers.
Yeah.
Peanut Tillman forced 44 fumbles. That's fifth all time, tied for fifth. He's a corner. If you see the graphic, you'll see the boxing glove with the peanut in it. The peanut punch is alive and well in the NFL, and it was taught to everyone. You have him to thank for that. Like, this guy was the most underrated player. Like, his cover skills are really good. He was a good corner.
Yeah.
Like, I would never say he was lockdown, but I would be like, damn, he might be like the fifth best corner in football, sixth best corner, right?
Yeah.
And there would be like, he might have a bad matchup, or like maybe like a John Brown could get him because he didn't have the best speed, but like big receivers, he would dominate. Like, as a rookie, there's a play where like Randy Moss goes up and he just like socks the ball out of Randy Moss's hands. And this guy just was so criminally underrated. I mean, he's got a legend score of 24, but it's like, you're a trendsetter, dude. You put the peanut punch. Like, you struck fear in people's hearts. Like, people were like, damn, we can't let like Peanut Tillman sock the ball out.
Yeah.
He got 44 fumbles. 44. That's the most by a DB. By like eight fumbles. He got 20% more fumbles than Brian Dawkins. And
Put
it's
it
just
this way,
criminal that
he has more
he made
force.
2 Pro Bowls.
He has more forced fumbles than a guy like Reggie White. He has more fumbles than a guy like freaking JJ Watt. Like, name the edge. He probably has more fumbles than them. There's only a couple guys that have more. And he's a
Yeah.
freaking cornerback, guys. And to
Yeah.
me, it's like, yeah, you may look at interceptions and be like, "Oh, that's an impressive number for a DB." Like, what's your interceptions like? How many picks did you get? How many deflections did you get? Last time I heard, a forced fumble is still a turnover, just like an interception. And I would even argue a forced fumble is more impressive than an interception, because a lot of times in the era of guys playing with like Andrew Luck, there was a certain time where quarterbacks on third down and long, it was a punt. It was a calculated risk. They will throw the ball up. It's basically a punt. We'll throw an interception. Peanut Tillman was forced fumbling. Those are not turnovers that are like calculated, by the offense. It's one of those things where it's a forced turnover, legitly.
And he was part of two almost Super Bowl defenses. Like, he was on the Bears when they went to the Super Bowl. He was on the Bears when they lost in the NFC Championship game. And at the end of his career with Carolina, he was solid. He wasn't like anything special. But again, he was an underrated as hell player. Like, I'm gonna put him in A. I would go and I would feel comfortable and I would be like, yo, show me why he's not an A. He was good. As a coverage out of 100, I'd say he's like an 85 in coverage, like 80. But then all the other stuff, like the ball skills, the punch, like he created like 80 turnovers, like 90. What's 44?
I feel
92
like
turnovers. That's
I feel
insane.
like this, Max. Yeah, he doesn't have the accolades, but he was a great teammate. He was a leader. That's number one.
Yeah.
He has the resume as far as he was on winning teams where he made the biggest plays in the game at times. Number 3, he has the longevity. He played forever on multiple different teams. And like at the end of his career with Carolina, he was still punching out the damn ball at that age.
So he created something that's still used in like he basically, he didn't create the punch, but he brought it to a forefront.
Yes.
Where it was like, there's a reason they still call it the peanut punch. Like, when it happens today, people still say the peanut punch. And I just think it's such a disservice that this dude made one All-Pro team, just one.
Yeah.
And 2 Pro Bowls.
Yeah.
Like, I get you're playing in the Revis era and the Sherman era, but like, you were a hell of a player, but you just kind of got lost in the shuffle between Urlacher, Briggs. And those are if you go back and ask any casual fan, like from the 2000s, Yo, who was the Bears defense? It was Urlacher and Briggs. That was the thing they hyped up because Chicago's got this thing with linebackers. Like they have to have their linebackers, right? It's Butkus to Singletary to Urlacher and Briggs. That's their thing.
Well, me and Max were looking up some of the years that he was not selected in the All-Pro. There was a year where Tim Jennings made the All-Pro team instead of him.
Yeah.
His teammate.
Tim Jennings not better than Peanut Tillman.
Yeah. So this is where me and Max are trying to engrave into your guys' head. Like, it's not all, yes, like me and Max created the legacy score, just to give you guys an idea of some of the different scores. But at the end of the day, there's some of these guys where they may not have the accolades and they may not be remembered and, be in the Hall of Fame. Like, I don't know if Tillman's going to get in the Hall of Fame. He hasn't got in there now. I doubt he's going to get in there anytime soon. That doesn't mean that he was a hell of a player and one of the best of all time. And yeah, he may not be S tier, but with those type of numbers, like with the forced fumbles alone, like that's insane for a cornerback to have. I don't think you guys understand how crazy that shit is. It's absolutely nuts. He has more fucking forced fumbles than Reggie White, Hall of Famer, defensive lineman.
In Reggie White's defense, they didn't track it for some of the years, but like he's got. I mean, there's only 4 players in NFL history with more. There's only 4. So like, come on, you got more than J.J. Watt. Got more than Aaron Donald. These are guys going around quarterbacks who are throwing and you're in a prime position. Like, to me, I bet if you track the forced fumbles in years, the most of them come from quarterbacks. They got to.
Yeah.
And I mean, I feel like it's much easier to force a fumble on a quarterback than it is to just like, hey, Randy Moss has the ball right there. I'm just going to sock the shit out of it out. Like, that's impressive.
Right.
It's impressive. I'm going with A1. I don't know.
I agree. No, I agree.
Where in A, we'll have to decide, but he's somewhere in A.
Big dreams, everything ain't what it seems. Glittering gold, both ways. Not on my team. This organic, we don't buy.